Hello, I'm Bob Thomas. I want to welcome you to the fifth and final video in this explanation series about a new exercise called the Tiger Lift. This exercise demonstration was a special event at the George Washington University Wellness Center Gymnasium. George Washington University made this event possible, but does not guarantee the Tiger Lift in any way. This video is to support a project called Ending Worldwide Dire Poverty. The video may be copied for non-commercial purposes only. Otherwise, all rights are reserved. My thanks to George Washington University and the outstanding staff at the Lerner Wellness Center Gymnasium for the special event that made this new exercise videotaping possible. This second GW videotaping turned out to be somewhat dark. Therefore, while I am doing the explanation, I will substitute some Tiger Lift exercises scenes so that you can more clearly visualize what this lift is about. This is the fifth and last in a series from the George Washington University special event videotaping of the introduction of a new exercise called the Tiger Lift. Again, the dialogue for each of these 5 videos is written out on my Facebook fan page, Robert Thomas, Ending Worldwide Dire Poverty. I look forward to others being able to do this new lift besides myself, and I hope this explanation series helps. In this fifth and final video series introduction, I want to briefly review the first 4 videos and to make some last observations. The first video, the Tiger Lift 500 pounds per second, was to demonstrate how I can lift over 500 pounds per second. With this new lifting approach, the reason is not hard to see. Someone doing a normal 500 pound plus lift would take over 1 second to do it because of the lifting distance that is involved. In contrast, my Tiger lifts average 3/8 of an inch. That much shorter lifting height makes it possible to lift 200 pounds 3 times in a second. Shorter lifts mean more lifts. My 20,000 lifts each day takes the weight higher than the Washington Monument. Also, using the legs also provides more lifting power. The second video, the Tiger Lift Centrifugal Force, described a way to incorporate an additional source of power to help with the lift. Actually, centrifugal force can do more than help. It can completely take over the lifting burden. The third video, the Tiger Lift Leg Press Circular Speed, explained how to use both legs, feet, and ankles independently to generate centrifugal force. Putting pressure on each foot alternatively while spinning the ankles can create a circular lifting effect that generates centrifugal force. The pressure is on and off just like the feet pedaling a bicycle in a circular rotation. The fourth video, the Tiger Lift Lifting into the Stratosphere, concerns the small lifting height and large potential lifting numbers, such as my 20,000 lift repetitions every day. Large numbers of reps like this is a Tiger Lift challenge. Even 100 reps can tear unconditioned leg muscles. Go slowly and plan for a year at least. I am on my 3rd year and am just getting comfortable. This 5th Tiger Lift video is different because it introduces a new muscle complex that is part of the Tiger Lift and that can be used for lifting by both the arms and the legs. This new tri-muscle complex is similar to the triceps, or a muscle that is made up of 3 independent muscles working together. All body muscles work together to reinforce each other when lifting. The 3 body muscles that are often called the body core muscles, when combined or locked together, work together to reinforce the muscles around them. Since these 3 muscles are in the middle of the body, when they are combined and work together, they can provide reinforcing power to both the upper and lower body muscles that are attached to them, such as the legs and the arms. While the Tiger Lift is based on locking the body core and using this power, when you watch the lift, that's not so obvious. To help validate this muscle complex as a major part of the Tiger Lift and make its existence and power more obvious, I will make another video demonstration that will follow this one, where I use this locked body core power to lift 300 pounds on the biceps rope pull by flicking or twisting my wrists. This incredible power of this new muscle complex, or this locked body core muscle concept, is the only explanation for someone being able to twist their wrists and pull and lift 300 pounds on a rope. While this 300-pound lift is with the wrist muscles and not the legs like the Tiger Lift, I will demonstrate it with a follow-up video to this series, simply to confirm that a new and powerful muscle lifting complex is present in the human body. You will know that this new muscle lifting power exists when you use it with your legs for the Tiger Lift. This 300-pound rope pull video will demonstrate that it is present as an independent muscle complex that is easily the strongest muscle in the body. For the Tiger Lift, the 3 body core muscles that I lock together are identified and work as follows. With the Tiger Lift, there are just 3 distinct circular rotation motions with the body core providing the power. They are the ankles, the body core itself, and the hips. As I have described, the first circular body motion is each ankle spinning in a circle-like motion with the direction reversible and the body core providing the power for each direction. The second circular body motion more directly involves the locked body core muscles as participating in the circular rotation. In a layman's explanation, the 3 body core muscles that I lock together so that they act together simultaneously in a circular motion are the transverse abdominis, the multifidi, and the pelvic core muscle set. I engage the transverse abdominis to lock the body core muscles by drawing my stomach in slightly below the navel and then rotating it in a circular fashion that is horizontal to the navel. With this rotation that is a genuine circle, one can feel the sides of the transverse abdominis rotating under the top obliques, or the top side muscles. Next, I sit up with my back straight while keeping my lower stomach drawn in. In this straight up sitting position, I engage the rest of the abdominal muscles to rotate also. Below the navel, the lock is still on the drawn in, synchronized core body muscles. Sitting up straight locks the body core, keeps the stomach drawn in so that it stays locked, and vastly increases the power generated by the locked body core for the lift. It also enables more speed that adds even more power by generating more centrifugal force. As the resistance dissipates completely, the lift becomes seemingly easy and quite exhilarating. The third circular body motion is the hips striking the back of the seat in a rotating fashion. Sitting up straight with the lock on the body core muscles lifts the hips slightly off of the seat. Sitting up straight completes and perfects the lock on the body core muscles. When one sits down on the seat and leans back against the seat, it is natural to start to lift in that position. Therefore, it is necessary to remember to sit up straight immediately. Sitting up straight presses the hips against the seat and frees the back and the bottom of the hips from the seat. Since it also lifts the hips up slightly, this provides immediate benefits for completing the Tiger Lift. The hips lifted in the air like that makes it easier to spin both the ankles and the hips along with the ankles. The hips in the air like that make it easier to spin faster and is the most important part in generating the faster spinning speed that creates enough centrifugal force to eliminate the resistance of the weight. The exertion required for aerobic exercising to attain a fast running speed is the same exertion that is required for this exercise. The difference is that instead of breaking total distance records, this exercise breaks total weightlifting records. To keep up the pace or even speed it up more involves the same lung capacity principles as apply for running. Most weightlifters are the opposite of runners. The Tiger Lift that requires both running lung capacity and running flexibility for weightlifting is a completely new challenge for what traditional weightlifters are used to. Along with the hips, with very fast exertion, each side of the back will also strike the back of the seat. Therefore, the Tiger Lift is the opposite of any kind of static weightlifting exercise. The neck jerking from side to side and the hips and back alternately striking the seat can become violent to the point where it can be destructive for anyone who is not properly conditioned to do it. The aerobic element to attain enough speed to generate sufficient centrifugal force to take over the lift is absolutely necessary. Equally necessary is the lifting strength in the legs. I started with lots of strength by lifting over 400 pounds with my legs 250 times. Finally, it means endurance in the legs so that they are not destroyed by the repetitions. This endurance I had to gain the hard way with lots of strained muscles from the hips down. My goal was 1 billion pounds for the Children's Rescue Charity, ending worldwide dire poverty. This children's charity targets 1 billion children, and my goal of 1 billion was to symbolically lift them out to generate funding for the project. Over time, you can gain this endurance a lot easier by not setting a goal like that. Again, lifting the hips is necessary for the rectangular circular rotation. Pressure from the feet is applied alternatively on one side and then the other. This causes the hips to alternately strike the back of the seat on one side and then the other. Each such hip striking represents a complete lift. Without such alternative hip striking and neck jerking, something is wrong and the lifts are not complete. Spinning the ankles, locking and spinning the body core, and lifting the hips to alternatively strike the back of the seat. This kind of fast and furious physical input, all at once and repeated thousands of times without stopping, is why this is called the Tiger Lift. This ends this 5th video in the explanation series of this new lift. With the proper arrangements, I'm available to personally demonstrate this lift by lifting from 100,000 pounds to 5 million pounds with full taping of both the lift itself and the weight, number, and height lifting video measurement. Anytime, anywhere. Just email me at worldwidehealth@verizon.net. Thank you for watching this George Washington University Learner Health and Wellness Center special event new exercise video series, and I hope that you will enjoy this new lift. Again, this is all written out for easy reading on my Facebook fan page, Robert Thomas, ending worldwide dire poverty.